Yeah.
Utah obviously was up to the challenge. Who they had? What do you think you guys did in that fourth?
We did a better job of just guarding the ball. In the third, for sure, the ball was just getting to the paint a lot, and they were getting to the rim, free throws, rim, and then Clarkson does what Clarkson does, but they had some other guys that stepped up and made shots tonight. Rudy is a big shot maker, but to play to your standard is really hard, and to do it every day is really hard, and that's something that I'm aware of. And you emotionally kind of have not a letdown, but when you don't see the starters or the main group over there, there's a tendency to we always call them trap games or a letdown. I didn't feel like that was the case. I thought we played hard. We just didn't execute defensively, especially in late switch situations where they were popping for threes with Rudy and Pascal. But we found a way to win. And that's the thing that I told the guys in the timeout the last 2 weeks. We just found different ways to win games. And, we'll take it. We'll try to look at the film and get better from it. But playing in a game like that can be tough, especially against a team like that shoots that many threes and the floor is spaced. But I thought in the fourth quarter, like you said, the defense stepped up.
On the flip side of that, Chris putting the ball in his hands.
Yeah, I mean, it's certain that is a luxury. Sometimes you use that word and it doesn't really bring the same meaning, but it is a luxury to have the ball in his hands. Makes the right plays, and he's not afraid to take those shots. And both he and Book down the stretch made 2 big defensive plays. Book took Clarkson on that last one and fought like heck to, force a miss, and then deflections everywhere. He's diving on the floor. That's a we defend, we mentality. And those are things that probably don't get talked about enough. Everybody just talks about his offense.
What do you see out of the backup minutes at the one spot?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was solid. Sometimes when a team is scoring like that, you emotionally want to go back to the starters. But I thought Elfrid was solid. I thought Ish came in and gave us a lift. I probably could have played him a lot longer than I did. But I think that second unit, especially with the guys we have out, is going to have to play longer and play steady like they did tonight. I just didn't hang in there with them long enough.
Did you talk about Chris? We didn't want to play 40 minutes.
I was trying to use my timeouts to rest him, and then Quinn called a timeout, so that gave us another 2.5 minutes to give him a rest. Certainly. Maybe I shouldn't say it, because every time I say it, I end up playing them much longer than I need to or want to. But I shouldn't say need, because we needed it tonight to get the win. Yeah, that's who he is. He figures it out. He makes your stuff look a lot better than it does on paper. That's for sure.
You talk about not wanting to rely on Chris and Devin. That wasn't necessarily as nice with play they were prominently featured. Did you like the balance of the offense throughout the night?
Well, the 28 assists is a bit misleading. I have to look at the number of passes. I think that's something that in the meat of the game, we have to do a much better job of getting the ball around the gym a little bit. And it does change when the dynamics of your team changes. But the number of passes for us has to be at a certain level, because it tends to wear teams down if we can move them around the gym a little bit. But 28 assists, I mean, I'm glad we got it, but it was probably off of one action to a shot, as opposed to moving it around the gym the way that we typically do.
Apologies if this was referenced, came in, you mentioned Book's defense there at the end.
Mm-hmm.
the play somewhat late in the second quarter where I think Cam turned it over, they're on a fast break,
Sure.
and he hustles down to interrupt what probably could have been an alley-oop.
Yeah.
Not that that's necessarily new, but what does that kind of, from your score, how much of a lift and just a model for everyone else is that?
I told him at the end when he made the play on Clarkson and dove on the floor and tipped it to Cam, I said, that's what great players do. They figure it out. When you are trying to win the game and you're in his position, sometimes there's a tendency from the outside to think that it's all offense. And I've been saying this for a while, that Book makes plays like that. The one in the second quarter that you alluded to that took away the lob, I think, and then that last one, he and Mikal were talking, and he said, let me have him for a possession. And that was a huge possession. He just stalked them for a while, but that's also the luxury of having Mikal. Not that Book was fresh, but he didn't have to chase Clarkson around all night. And then at the end, he was able to make a play like that. But, I don't think that gets talked about enough. The defensive plays that our backcourt, and in particular Book, makes on a night in, night out basis.
Speaking of Mikal, he looked woozy coming out.
He got clocked, but certainly our people wouldn't let him come back in the game if he didn't pass all the tests necessary to step back on the floor. And I certainly wouldn't put him out there if I felt like he was woozy at all.
Have you ever seen a time in the NBA where the state of the league is what it is between COVID and injuries and how many teams are playing short?
Never in my career. I mean, this is about the strangest era of basketball from missing player standpoint that I've ever seen. The COVID stuff, the injuries, it's just a different basketball. And I think the number of starters that are missing in the league right now is probably I don't know if I should even talk about it because I don't know the numbers, but it just seems like a lot of those guys are out. A lot of rotation guys are out of the league right now.
Devin, what did that's one considering that the shorthanded, but top of the league there and responded to that, but what do you feel like playing was different in the last 4 years?
I think we started executing and defending better. First, I think we had a good start to the game, and then got a little comfortable, and those guys were ready to play. They took advantage of their opportunity and came out aggressive and confident. And once they got their confidence, they a little bit tougher to stop, and they're just letting the ball fly.
What was working for you early, but you like 5 of 23 the last game, you started 6 of 10 today. What was working for you early in the game?
I'm just making shots, man. I'm gonna keep shooting even tonight, man. I got them up. And didn't make as many as I wanted to. But that's the nature of the game, having a short memory and just keep going. I told you earlier today, it resulting in a win always helps. And, just having fun out there, having fun through it all, having fun with this team, everybody that's playing, just high energy. It was a great crowd in there tonight. And, I just had a lot of fun.
You've seen Chris do that time and time again, but once again, him coming through down the stretch. Maybe that feeling of knowing you got, a guy there that they can do the same thing.
Yeah, it gives you a lot of confidence. And I always talk about the leadership and, and being vocal, keeping everybody organized is the most underrated part, besides the fact that the numbers that he puts up, just making sure the team's ready to go and, putting people in the right spots. And, he kind of puts the defense in a tough situation. It's like a pick your poison thing with him, especially, if he's getting good screens and that Biggs rolling, he makes it tough on the defense.
So if you're rarely the guy to get your shot attempts in the 30s, so what were you seeing from Utah that led to you getting that aggressive?
I say I just got it going early and, try to stick with it. And late they weren't falling. I liked a lot of the looks that I got. I think 3 wide open corner threes that I missed short, everything short. So I got to lock back in, man, keep shooting the ball and, it's better to get him out now, preparing for later in the season and what we're, on our mission for.
When you look at, you may play Utah in a couple of days, what do you take from this, knowing that you're probably gonna see some different faces come Wednesday?
I mean, they're a good team regardless. So I'm just looking forward to the matchup, to be completely honest. I always have fun playing against that team and playing there. It's always good energy, good crowd. So, I'm looking forward to the opportunity.
Like you mentioned, having fun, looked like you were enjoying the moment after the defensive stop on Clarkson, probably the last minute or so there. How much did that just juice you up there?
Yeah, it was just, a win and play. It took a whole team to be locked into him, especially when he had it going in the last 3-4 possessions like that. So, just a big stop, 6-point game, and didn't want him to get another one. So I was trying to make it tough on him. I mean, Mikal was making it tough on him too. He was hitting some circus shots, and that's what he does. So credit to him.
Chris, when you see
Seven turnover. I'm listening.
No, sorry. No, I couldn't see you because I think.
2-1.
I'm like, they really know what to say. Want to just ask in terms of this. Thank you, sir. I wanted to ask, Devin went out, you guys were down 4. From an 11-0 run, you scored 9 of those. What were you beyond? What were you seeing in that allowed you to have that kind of burst?
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even remember, to tell you the truth. Like we had a point where it's win the game, you know what I mean? So it might have left me open for a couple of threes, then maybe got to a midi. Just try to be aggressive, when Book out, it's a little different. You gotta be a little bit more aggressive. We gotta, find ways to manufacture shots and get buckets. So just did that.
Chris, when you have a fourth quarter like that, 15 points, obviously you were cooking. Are you ready to play another 40 minutes after that, or are you ready to take a break?
I feel good. I'm cool. Yeah, I'll hoop again tomorrow if you want to.
Vegan.
Chris, there's a photo up of a young Jared Butler, like maybe 10, 11, 12, and a picture of you and him back in the day. How weird is it to see those guys now just kind of coming into the league now at this point in their careers?
I ain't seen the picture yet. Where is it from?
It was probably from like 15 years ago.
Chris.
Gotta throw that up.
Oh, dang. I have to see where I'm at. Dang. That's real crazy.
He's like 10 in that.
Seriously. I mean, I hosted Mike Conley on his visit when he was in high school, when he came to Wake Forest. You know what I mean? I hosted him and Greg Oden. So you play in this league long enough, it's gonna happen. That's pretty cool. I hadn't seen that picture. He was out there hooping too. He was out there hooping. So yeah.
I was just wondering, I don't know how they keep track of blocks and steals sometimes, so. Yeah, it happens, I guess.
Cam, what was it, what do you feel like was the difference in the fourth that you got?
Just locked in a little bit more. Doing what we do helps have a guy like Chris Paul who can make a lot of plays and just control the whole tempo of the game.
What do you feel like in terms of you, it's the ability to let the game come to you and be aggressive? How are you finding the balance better now than maybe what you did before?
Just understanding how the game kind of progresses and what looks, come about, and just experience, man. Experience and being this type of player for a while, you learn over time what looks are good, when the bigs are pulled out, easy driving lane, where threes will come from, and then just having good guys around you.
Talked a little bit about Chris Paul. Obviously, you guys are a little short-handed right now, but how much of a luxury is it to have that guy that can, play 40 minutes in his age 36 season? And still
Yeah.
do what he does?
That's impressive. I don't think it gets enough credit and recognition. He's played every game so far this season. He's been there. He's been locked in, and it goes a long way for us for sure.
I've actually just before about when you played the same team, back to back.
Yep.
I think it was back in Dallas. You were like the playoff field.
Yep.
Way. But what you make it Wednesday is a different looking Jazz
Right.
team. So what do you just go in and look at that's a possibility, or you just play?
I feel like you go in, you kind of move this one out of the way and you go in expecting a fight. You go in seeing a team that top 4 or 5 in the conference that, is eyeing this game down all season. With guys that, might have had a day's rest coming into this one that are really hungry for it on their home court. So definitely one that we all got to be locked in for. It's going to be fun.
And there was a moment for this late in the game where he missed the first free throw, and then there was silence for a bit, and the crowd really cheered him on, and then he sunk the second. How we kind of seen just those interactions that these fans seem to have with you guys the past year?
It's been great. What is that? Our 6th sellout crowd in a row? 8th, 9th. See, there we go. But that probably dates back to maybe the Christmas of the game before or something. But yeah, it's so much fun, man. I've loved these fans, since I got here. They've embraced me since we started playing, and I love the city. So it's been a lot of fun, and they show up for us. And Biz is an easy guy to cheer for. He just plays hard, does his job and plays hard, and he's there where you need him. And so it's really appreciated all around.
What's interesting about that, it looked like he was smiling after that. It was almost like, wow, they're actually cheering, because usually they get quiet.
Yeah. Or like, oh, that one is what messes with you a little bit when they're like, but they started cheering for him, and he's like, I got this, and credit to him for knocking it down.
Can't it feel nice to see a couple go in early?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's basketball. You miss some, you make some. If you made them all every night, then you'd be a heck of a shooter, shooting 70% from 3. But that's just the nature of it. Go back in, work on the fundamentals. Me and Coach Gates got a good workout in yesterday. Just extra stuff, moving, going after it, getting shots up, and that stuff is how you bounce back maybe from a couple of games that the ball wasn't going to the hoop. And the funny thing is, they all feel the same. The ones in the past 3 games that I missed came off my hand feeling perfect, back rim, front rim, in and out. So it happens. We've had some great shooters in this league, and you rarely see a guy's career percentage over 44, 45. Sometimes it goes in, sometimes it doesn't. And just continue to shoot them is the big thing. I think Clay said it the other day. I don't care if I miss 100, I'm shooting the next one. And it's kind of the mindset you have to have.
You guys are so good in the fourth quarter, 16-3 now, I guess, in the clutch. Do you have an extra sense of calm when the game is close and you're behind in the fourth now, knowing that you guys can just galvanize and shut down on defense and score it when you need to?
100%. And it comes from having guys like Mikal who guards and Book who can score, and CP who just controls the game. It's a huge sense of relief knowing that we have those guys' confidence, and it comes from proving it, time and time again. When I first got into the league, we lost a lot of close ones my rookie year. And I remember thinking to myself, like, man, it's hard to win this league. There are teams that just know how to win. And I think gradually over time, we've become one of those teams that just knows how to win. A lot of it is coaching, and a lot of it is the guys we have out there.
And I don't know how much you talk to other guys around the league to get a sense of this. Look at a couple of nice hustle / defensive plays tonight, one late on Clarkson, one in the second quarter. Do you think people recognize the work he puts in defensively?
Not enough. I think that the biggest thing that he is a competitor. He's going to continue to shoot the ball. He's going to continue to attack. He's going to continue to defend no matter how the game's going. That's probably his best quality is his competitive spirit. And a lot of times it shows in the defensive end. He'll get that credit, you know, it's coming. He's starting to. I remember earlier in his career, he wasn't. Now he's really starting to get in. It'll only improve from here.
You surprised Mikhail came back in again?
No, you're talking about Mikal Bridges. He's going to play. He plays. He's tough. He might not be the widest guy, but he is as tough as they come. He's as tough. He's a Villanova kid, Philly kid, tough as they come. And you know, I'm not sure what happened, maybe an elbow or something, but he's going to go back out there. He's going to guard. He's going to compete, and that's another reason. You know, guys like that. It might not always show up on the stat sheet every night, but having him on the court is extremely, you know, beneficial to a huge part of what we do. And he's just tough, simply put. He needs to get recognition for that too, I think. I think that is one thing that he really deserves recognition for, is just that right there.
It just looked like it wasn't gonna happen, but obviously it did.
It comes right back. Don't count him out.